What's going on? Anybody?
How's it felt these few days that you've gotten on the field and practiced?
I've felt great. Yeah, I've loved every second of it. Just being back out with the boys and hanging out with them on the field. Because the last however many months I haven't been out there, and so just to be around the guys again and feel football and just enjoy my time back on the grass. So I've had a lot of fun and been feeling great, and so just detailing stuff up and trying to get ready to roll.
What is the ramping up practice sort of to be ready to actually play in games?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just like anything. I mean, you need reps, I've ran the last 5 months, on air and kind of detailing everything up again and feeling, body in space and feeling where to put my footwork and all that stuff. So now it's just, going out and not worrying about all that stuff and just winning on routes and, playing as well as I can out there and kind of just forgetting about footwork and not thinking about, where your feet go and just winning and going out there and playing football again. So.
Guys,
It most likely won't be playing on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just kind of depends, It all depends day to day is what we're kind of doing. My window's open, so just playing it by ear each day and, as long as I'm feeling good and rolling, we'll just keep it there. So.
Is there a mental hurdle to get by still, or did that happen a while ago?
It happened a while ago. I mean, it is what it is at this point. It's healed. It's stronger than ever. From test when I was healthy last year to test now, it's strong. It's stronger than it's probably ever been, and so now it's just going out there and playing ball. I mean, I've passed every test by miles from where my ground base was. So. I'm bigger, stronger, faster than ever, and it's just now it's ready to go out there and play ball.
Is there anything to the way the Vikings handled the rehab that we wouldn't see that you really appreciated or that was important?
Yeah, I mean, it truly is. I've told you guys this. It was a blessing to be able to be here, and to when you're going to an injury like that. You really find out who's on your side, and the Vikings were there every single step of the way, from the beginning, sending me out to LA and working with Elatrosh and his staff and the surgery to going down to Nashville and being able to work with my PTs down there and them coming down and seeing what they're doing, seeing what I'm doing, and then coming back up here for OTAs. And working with these guys, starting to run, getting the Ultra G, getting the pool, that kind of stuff, and then transitioning to the summer. Obviously my wedding was this year, so being able to go out there and do that, and then going from there to Nashville and training with my guys and running routes and just getting back in my routine of, getting my releases, getting my top of the route stuff with my guys and down there and Jay Holt and Josh and all those guys. And then, Maddie came down a few times and just sat there for a few days and watched what I was doing and watched how everything was, and then coming back up here for camp, it's just been a smooth transition. They've been incredible. I can't say enough good things about Tyler, Maddie, and the PT staff in there, and obviously KO has been there every single step of the way. Kwesi, the ownership has called me a few times. There's just so many checks marked throughout the process, and it's really been a smooth transition from every single part of the process and every single goal because of the guys in there and the guys up top. So,
TJ, what's the process like you have obviously time to build strength, but in terms of building speed, you talk about being faster while you're coming back from an ACL. What are you able to do to rehab your knee and then also build speed?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, again, it goes back to these guys. They put trackers on me every single step of the way, and they've had speeds from when I played last year when I was healthy, and then being able to come out here and run straight lines, run my routes, track that data in our stuff, and being able to see how many yards you're getting, see how many explosive yards you're getting, how many decels you're getting, all that kind of stuff has been incredible to see. And it really keeps you on track. It pushes you every single day because you're looking at the iPad and it tells you halfway through the workout, hey, you're at 1,500 yards, we need to get another 2,000 and, hit that 3,500 yard mark. And, you need some more ACL, decel. So what do you got for that? And that's something that has been incredible with these guys. They've had a plan for me. And then, once we're done with that and I still have some yards I need to hit, they're like, hey, what do you want to do? What do you need to work on? What do you need to do for your confidence? And so me coming up with stuff that I've done in the past that has helped me get explosion in and out of routes, get speed off the line, that kind of stuff. Not everybody would do that. Not everybody has, the ego to do that. And these guys have been incredible with that, giving me some power to be able to push what I need. So it's been awesome.
So 3,500 yards in a workout, is that all at football speed?
Yeah. I mean, that's what that's what I hit in practices sometimes during camp. And so when these guys were in camp, that's kind of, I was trying to keep up with them as much as I could. So if they were at 3,500 yards, I'd be trying to hit 3,500 yards. If they were at 4,000 yards, I'd be trying to hit 4,000 yards. And, obviously some of that's jogging and stuff but, the majority of it's routes and speed lines. And, if they're at 15 A cells and 15 D cells, then that's what I needed to get to. So that kind of stuff, it is incredible how far the technology's come and how well the Vikings use that.
Yeah. From a medical standpoint, do you need any more interaction with the surgeon or anything, or is that all kind of final clearance on that part of it has already happened?
Yeah, I mean, we've been, that's another thing that these guys have been incredible with. Tyler has worked with Dr. Elatrosh when he was out in LA, because with the Rams, and this whole staff has worked with him. So they have him on a text thread with me, and every time I go and do my jumps to calculate my stuff from my baseline, they're sending that data to him and really keeping him involved as much as we can, and sending him every single thing we've done. They've been taping me on the side field running routes, so I get to go watch those and see how I'm moving in space, see how I was doing everything, and then they'd send that to Elatrosh and see, hey, what's going on? How do you see this? Do you like this? Is this all right? That kind of stuff. And he's been incredible with communication, and these guys have been really good, obviously, sending him that stuff. So again, it's just I can't say enough good things about the PT staff here and the ownership and everybody here to be able to, I'm on another field. You don't always get that stuff taped, and so to be able to have our video guys up there turning the cameras on and then cutting that workout for me to go on the iPad and watch it and see where I'm at and make sure my confidence is there. So again, it's just been truly incredible throughout this entire process, and I've got more confidence now in everything than I ever have, and so I feel good, and we're getting ready to roll.
Watching this team do what it's done through 5 games, just what has been your angst level just wanting to be a part of it?
Yeah, I mean, I try to be a part of it anyway. I'm on the sideline listening to the plays, listening to KO call the plays, and really trying to help the tight ends as much as I can, especially in the film room and then on the field if they have some questions. So I've been trying to be part of it, but it's not like it is when you're in the huddle. So I'm truly excited just to be. Just me being out on the practice field with this team and these guys, I love every single person in that locker room, and there's so much camaraderie in there that, we just have fun. It truly is a special locker room, and, we hang out almost every other day, the Tights are getting together tonight. So, we're really, truly friends, and that shows on the field on Sundays when, you can really trust that guy next to you because you've communicated with him and enjoyed him, and just like I'm talking about, just guys that we love. It's just so much fun in this locker room, and again, I'm just excited to be out there and be in the huddle again and see smile on Brian O'Neill's face and CD and all these guys. You just got to love it. So we're truly having fun in this locker room, and I think that's win, lose, or draw. That's how this locker room's built, and that's how these guys are built.
TJ, when you had to be patient, did you learn anything in that patience stage?
For sure. You learn a lot when you get something that you love taken away from you. And I've talked about people. My wife has been absolutely incredible throughout every single process. My family, my parents, my brothers, and you just learn a lot about yourself. You do really have to stay patient with something like this. I've felt good for months now, but to actually go out there, there's data that says, 9 months is the key, and so just having to wait till then has been something that's been hard for me, because I think at 7 I was ready to go out there and start practicing, so but that's another thing that the PTs here have done an incredible job, just being like, hey, you can't yet, it's just, it's not smart. It's, and they do everything in the best interest of you as a person, and not necessarily, what you want to do or what you're asking to do. They do what's best for you from science, from a standpoint of being better in years to come rather than, in the past. And so it's just been incredible. But, I've had a lot of free time and reading books, that kind of stuff. So it's been fun to kind of, go back and really learn about yourself and have a little time to just reflect on what you've done and where you want to go.
Reading list.
I've been reading, I was reading Pound the Rock, that kind of stuff, Slight Edge from, and that's something that we read actually at Iowa. And so I kind of reflected on that and was like, I haven't read that book in a while. Been reading Can't Hurt Me, that kind of stuff, just, a lot of podcasts, a lot of stuff like that. So, like I said, going back to Iowa and that's really where, it started for me, was with Coach Ferentz, Coach Doyle, and all those guys. And that was a book that, talks about every day, trying to do everything that you can. Anything you do is everything you do. And so, just kind of learning from that and kind of going back to the baseline of where things started for me. And that's just kind of been the goal. And so, just ready to continue to get better.
Is there anything from the experience of when you arrived here in the middle of the season and kind of connected with Kirk really quickly that you can carry over similarly to getting chemistry going with Sam right away?
Oh yeah, I mean, Sam's a great dude, and we hang out outside the building. I think that's a huge thing between teammates, is just being able to, they know who you are, and Sam hasn't really seen me run, so kind of getting some work after practice. That's kind of why I've been. I was a little late today, so just getting work with him after practice, during practice, that kind of stuff, and him just feeling how I move and how my moves work, and what I think and how he thinks and where he wants me and that kind of stuff. So I think that's just, as a receiver, you got to look in the eyes of the quarterback and how many, how fast they want you there, if they just want you at a certain spot at a certain time, or if they want you to, stem a certain way or do something differently than you've done in the past rather than just get open, So just kind of learning from him and seeing what he does, and seeing how he sees things. So I think that's kind of been something that I've looked at throughout the last 5 games, and we'll continue to look at as I start to get back into it. Cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.